All right.
Good afternoon, class.
Good afternoon.
So recently I've been informed that we'll be playing at a pep rally. And we'll get a chance to show off all your hard work for the year. Okay.
Woo!
A couple things I'd like to address first. We'll be playing the Star Spangled Banner. It's out on your stands. First off, everyone, can we put all of our feet flat on the floor and get the feet off the back of our chairs? Sit up nice and tall with some pride, okay? Yeah, you guys look better already. I'd also, back there in the crash cymbals, you've got your hands in the actual straps, and that's great for marching, but I don't want to use that here. In fact, I'd like you to take your hands out of the straps and kind of pinch with your index finger and thumb at the very tip. Almost, yeah, that's it, perfect. And replicate that in your other hand. Thank you very much. Yeah, and let me see you hold one of the cymbals at about a 45-degree angle. And remember, that one's not going to move. That looks a little too flat. Lift it up a little bit. There you go. And the other one's going to come down straight on top of it. The bottom's going to hit first, and then the top to make a flam, right? We talked about flams. Also in the bass drum over there, it looks like we've got a lot of our black towel on the bass drum. We really don't need that much. So why don't you take some of that off? Really all you need is about where your hand can cover it. So like the width of your hand. Well, on the towel. There you go, that's better. And you're going to hit just off center for me with lots of velocity. Closer, a little closer to the center for me, please. Better, much better, okay? Now don't think so much in height, but more velocity into the drum, okay? Faster motion. Awesome. Just to address those. Okay, that being said, we're going to start in measure 2. Because we lack a snare drum right now. There's a big buzz roll at the beginning that we'll get in next week. So I'm going to count you off, and I'll give you 1, 2, and that'll be 1 and 2 of measure 2. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Any questions? All right. Awesome. Let's hear measures 2, 3, and we'll stop on measure 4. Does that make sense? So I'll give you 1, 2, and then we're in. Clarinet will play down the octave. Good man. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll go ahead and go to beat 2 so that Daniel can get that crash and practice those and make sure they're consistent, okay? Let's try that one more time for me, one more time. You guys are doing great. So smart. Here we go. 1, 2. Yeah, if you'll just hold your note on measure 2 for me, make sure we all understand the chunk. It saves time, keeps us all sane, right? Okay, let's try that one more time, and this time I would like to hear the low brass and percussion. You guys go ahead and look on in your parts, make sure we're okay with all the fingerings, okay? Here we go. Same thing, holding the note on measure 4. Wait, percussion's ready. Here we go. 1, 2. Awesome. Not too bad. I could use a little more of the euphoniums, okay? Let me just hear the euphonium parts. Okay, euphonium percussion. Percussion you'll do, you'll play every time unless instructed not to, okay?
Cool.
Just to keep you guys busy. Here we go. Same thing. 1, 2. Yeah, better. Just make sure we understand the instructions. Very good. All right, now let me hear the upper voices and percussion. You guys are my favorite students, by the way. Here we go. 1, 2. Yeah, awesome. Make sure the clarinet that it's kind of coming out the side of our mouth. That we've got our bottom lip over our back teeth, and our tongue is in a high position in our mouth. We're using fast, cold air. Okay. Same thing over here in the saxophone. We need to make sure our chin is flat and we're not biting down on the reed. Okay. And just play confidently. I think if you get after it, that's going to solve a good percentage of our problems. Also, flute, careful of our angles. Sometimes it's kind of drooping drastically. Yeah. If only we could play it that way, right? Okay, here we go. Let's try it again. Upper voices and percussion. You know what? Let's add the euphoniums in there, too. Thank you for your patience, lower voices. Here we go. 1, 2. Yeah, very good. Yeah, clarinet. It's such a fickle instrument, isn't it? You got to make sure that you're covering all the holes, otherwise air escapes and we get the squeaky McSqueakersons, right? Okay, awesome. Now I'd like to hear the entire band, full band, all skate, if you will. Here we go. In percussion, you guys really don't have dynamics, but you do have accents on your notes, okay? So they need to be kind of prominent in that. And let's actually start in measure 4 and continue on. So starting on measure 4 and continuing on. Okay? You guys think we can get through the whole thing?
Yeah.
I think so too. Here we go. Measure 4. I'll give you 1, 2, 3, and we're in, all right? 1, 2, 3. Anybody who has eighth notes in measure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Eighth notes in measure 7. Should have a quarter, then 2 sets of eighth notes. Anybody who's got that moving line. All right? That's the most important part in that measure. So everyone, if you're playing louder than, raise your hand if you're playing those eighth notes in measure 7. If you're playing louder than these people, it should be
measure
tuba?
6.
6, I'm sorry. 5, 7. Oh, you guys are not counting the first one? Yeah, I'm counting the 7th full measure. You should have 8 notes. Raise your hand. Anybody?
Yeah, it's measure 7, but before the line before it says 5. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's measure 7.
I don't know why it says that.
Oh, yeah.
4 from the end.
You're right.
Right, 4 from the end. That sounds good. So raise your hand if you got those 8 notes. If you're playing louder than these people, you're wrong, okay? And it means you're a bad person. No, it doesn't mean you're a bad person, but I'll forgive you this time, okay? So let me hear just that measure 7, the moving line. Remember, we're all listening for this part. Here we go. I'll give you 1, 2, 3, and you're in. 1, 2, 3. Try it again. 1, 2, 3. All right. Awesome. Now let's all play it again. Back from the beginning, the upper left, which is our measure 2, right? And go through, and let's all listen for that in measure 6 or 7 or whatever it is, that 8th note part, okay? That's the part we really want to bring out. That's the money maker. Here we go. Starting in measure 2, I'll give you 1, 2, and you're in. 1, 2. For those upper woodwind parts, if you guys will see me and schedule a private lesson, we'll take care of any issues and questions you might have. Thank you all very much.